Thank you all for taking time to watch my channel. Thank you for subscribing, liking and sharing the videos. In spite of your having lots of other things to fill up your day, you honored me with some of your attention every week. As promised, you have more values to come. Now you can see this new aggressive attacking video till the end, which is a game changer. I am sure you will agree with me and join me to attack such villains.
My friends, in particular all of you brilliant college kids who are out marching and protesting for all your free shit, this video's for you. I want to explain to you for a second what a poverty mentality is. A poverty mentality. See, a poverty mentality is you thinking that you're entitled to something that I have created. A poverty mentality is you thinking that you should be given money out of my pocket just because. See, my friends, when you spend 1 second of one day thinking in your mind that you are entitled to what's in my pocket just because you live in this great land, you have a poverty mentality. See, you could be spending that exact same amount of time creating something that would actually add value to the universe, add value to our country, and ultimately add value to yourself. See, you guys have it all ass backwards. You have it completely backwards. You're in college saying that you want all of the money stripped from the 1%ers and given to everyone else to pay for your college. So effectively what you're saying is, why am I even in college here? Why don't I just get put into a system, get paid $35,000 a year for the rest of my life, and lead a mediocre life with zero advancement, zero growth, zero potential to become independently wealthy? And you want the rest of us who are actually creating something, creating wealth, adding to the environment, adding to society, to feel sorry for your asses and give you free college? My friends, because you have got a poverty mentality. Change your mentality and you will change your universe. Change your mentality and you will change the circumstance of your life. The question is, do you have a poverty mentality and think that you should be given what I have worked for? Hell no, my friends.
You watched him coming down very hard and heavily and makes a final assault and attack on the entitlement virus. Then what is the remedy? Then what is the antivirus? Listen now.
Instead of the words I deserve, to start to use the words I'm responsible. I deserve a house. I deserve a nice marriage. I deserve people to like me. I deserve a good job. Well, actually, you have to work for those things. Nobody's going to offer you those things. So I'm responsible. How do I become a healthy person that should get a great marriage? How do I get a good job? How do I become a person who's financially solvent? I'm responsible for that. So we change the words from deserve, which is an entitlement word, to I'm responsible.
So, mere resetting the password is the only remedy? But how? Yes, reset the password from entitlement to responsibility. Right away you drop the old password and reset it to attack the virus and villainy character. But, who are those villains, and why we need to attack that virus? You will only be the villain if you use the following I statement.
Number 1. I find it very hard to take no for an answer. Number 2. I feel like I shouldn't have to follow the normal rules and restrictions of society. Number 3. I find it difficult to admit I'm wrong because I'm usually right. Number 4. I believe that my needs and feelings are more important than other people's. Number 5. I always put myself first. Number 6. I've been told by others that I am very controlling and dominating. Number 7. I can't stand being told what to do. Number 8. I have a little respect for authority. Number 9. I feel that I am superior in some way to most people I know. Number 10, I feel like I should be able to do what I want when I want.
This video is also an unapologetic attack, yes, an unapologetic attack on entitlement mentality, on mediocrity, withdrawings, and living like a everyday people life. I am aggressively challenging and attacking you to take responsibility to your life by resetting your password. All attacks are lined up here. Your old password of deserving or entitlement will not work. Your new password is responsibility. Attack 1. Whatever changes you seek to experience, you must first take responsibility for your life, and never put your life in the hands of another person and give up. When you do this, we give other people the power and permission to navigate your lives in whichever direction, usually at the expense of your progress. Attack 2. You first realize that you should play a part in every situation or experience and take some degree of responsibility in that. It means you are accountable for a part of the project and own the outcomes or the consequences.
Attack 3. You cannot be complacent when your relationships are faltering, that everything is alright on your side. Don't assume only the other party is at fault. Examine what is your contributory role. Shed your ego, own up the situation, take responsibility, and resolve the conflict.
Attack 4. You have to drop the tendency of placing responsibility on some external person for mistakes you have made. Don't attempt to find some scapegoat on whom you cast responsibility for your actions. You don't pawn off all the responsibility for all the failure onto your team or subordinates.
Attack 5. Likewise, even if your employee or team is failing, you don't duck your head in the sand and go in hibernation and stay in denial. You should own up proactively and do something and defend your employees. People who expose their staff for their failures never overcome them. They simply move from problem to problem. To reach your potential, you must continually improve yourself, and you cannot do that if you don't take responsibility for your actions and learn from your mistakes.
Attack 6. You should not pretend that it is all out of your control if you continually miss deadlines or essential project parameters. You don't make excuses for why things are not happening as planned. You must own up and stand up. It was found that, when you believe that your behavior can change things, you are less threatened, and you are more likely to be willing to admit responsibility. Attack 7. You should take initiative and responsibility. In a group decision-making environment, you should not hibernate and be quiet under groupthink and fail to contribute what you are good at. It's a group decision-making and not majority thinking. Attack 8. You should immediately drop pessimistic thinking, a victimized mentality, frequent arguments, indecision, stagnancy, and codependency. When you become responsible for your lives, you notice more things going in your favor. If you want to create a better quality of life filled with peace and joy, then you should be mindful of how you approach, in a responsible way, you live your life. Attack 9. Stop complaining. You have a great pastime of complaining after gossiping. You find fault and complain about everything and everyone. Complaining and accepting responsibility have a curious relationship between them. A complaining mind is the one that refuses to take responsibility. Complaining arrests growth and sets in a process of negative thinking and emotions. This results in self-pity, which eventually impacts self-esteem adversely and results in backsliding.
Attack 10. Don't show your poverty mentality. Always demanding your entitlement, you only display these viruses and exhibiting you are lacking. Poverty mindset is living in scarcity and in fear that there will never be enough. It is living in fear that things will never work out. Even what you have now can be taken from you at any moment, and that wealth is beyond your reach. You may even find yourself blaming wealthy people for your own poverty. This mentality of always a taker instead of giver will further impoverish you.
Rich people think they deserve special treatment because they're rich. Poor people think they deserve alms because they're poor. Middle-class people think they deserve to move up because they've done X, Y, or Z. When you practice above 10 attacks, your password will change to responsibility, and your old password of entitlement and I deserve attitude will disappear. You are pretty aware you can't use the old password again. If you keep watching Rich Dad channel, subscribe, like, comment, and share, your poverty mentality will dissolve and abundance is actualized.